welcome back everybody for another Sporks and Dorks, and today we're having, we're having chili dogs. This one has ketchup, this one has mustard. All of them have onions, but this one has ketchup and mustard on it. We have a plate of a little bit of chips, and we'll be drinking Dasani Sparkling Lime. Not sponsored, by the way. So in today's mukbang, I want to talk about how, I've talked about this plenty of times, but I want to talk about it again, how clumsy and unlucky I am as a person. Let's take a bite. This isn't chili, by the way, on top of it. I don't know why I called it chili dogs. It's Greek sauce. Okay, so last week when I was playing, I think it was last week, wasn't it? Today should be... I think it was the week before. Me and my friends were playing D&D. And the map, there's a mosquito. Get off of here. Anyway, there was this metal erasing board thing that my friend uses to write on, and my finger glided right over the edge of it, and I was like, ow, that hurt. And I pulled my finger back, and I looked at it. At first, it was fine. There was nothing wrong with it, and I was like, oh man, that looks gross. I can see pretty far deep into there. I got myself good. And then it was just like with crap ton of blood. And before this happened, I knew I was afraid of blood. It's stupid, but seeing my own blood freaked me out. I've seen other people get hurt, not tremendously. My sister has cut off a slice of her thumb, and her blood has gotten all over me because she was flinging her hand around, and I never freaked out as much as I freaked out when I cut my finger. So I was freaking out. I was trying to run it over, I'm gonna show you guys. It doesn't look terrible. It's nothing freaky or anything. Actually, in the 2 weeks, I've healed pretty quickly, to be honest. I was freaking out. There was a lot of blood. It was running down my arm. And I think this is the first time this has happened to me, but I almost passed out on seeing my own blood, and I was I felt stupid. I was that's irrational. Why am I trying to pass out? And if you're going to pass out on something, as long as you're in a safe place, do it, because I refused to let myself pass out because I thought it was dumb. I was oh man. I was oh man. Don't pass out, don't pass out, don't pass out. That's what I kept telling myself. And in not letting myself pass out, my body gave me a panic attack. Because I was looking at my blood so much. I ended up going to the hospital because I had it wrapped up and it bled so bad. And it didn't stop bleeding for like 6 hours or something like that. Or like 4. And we went to the hospital, and the nurse looked at it and then like wrapped it back up and was like, the doctor's gonna look at it. And so when he looked at it, it had dried onto the blood had dried onto the cotton of the medical pad, and he just ripped it off. And I was like, oh my god, that hurt so bad. And he was like, yeah, you got yourself. That's pretty good. You got yourself. And he said, there's good news and there's bad news. That was a lot of bread. He said, good news is, you won't be getting stitches today. The bad news is, I can't give you stitches today. And I was like, in my head, I was like, why can't I get stitches? What's wrong with me? And he was like, so it's a centimeter in length and it's a centimeter in depth. And there's no skin for me to attach to it. I can't do nothing. It's circular. There's nothing I can do for it. But to tell you, this is really good, by the way. If you don't know what Greek sauce is, first of all, shame on you. Second of all, my beautiful people, go get it, go try it, go eat it on hot dogs, go eat it on fries, go eat it on something. Anyway, the doctor was like, only thing I can tell you is keep it clean, keep it washed. We'll give you antibiotics. We'll advise you to change your bandage every once in a while. And I think I've gone without a bandage or a Band-Aid for like 2 days now, and it looks really, really good. Hold on, I'm gonna show you guys. Hopefully y'all are gonna be able to see it. It's like, it looks really well compared to when it did. It's still a little sensitive, and I can't write with my pencil the way I used to. I have to like put it right here. But besides that, I'm really happy. And I'm kind of like, I am mad that I'm like hemophobic. That means I can't see blood. And I didn't know that until I did this. Like, I knew I got a little queasy when I see blood, but I never tried to pass out. I didn't freak out. Every time I see my own blood, I had like a panic attack. My sister was trying to change my bandage, and I almost passed out 3 times. Which was like, in a way, a little ridiculous. Like, it's not ridiculous because I'm scared of it. But like, I didn't know I was scared of it. And I feel like there's no reason for me to be scared of it. And then Brittany was like, maybe when I cut my finger and I like waved my hand around, maybe that's when you developed your fear of it. I was like, no, that can't be, because I wasn't, excuse me, I wasn't afraid then, and it didn't like scare me when you cut off your finger, like, or disturb me in any way. I believe that I formed the fear way when I was younger. When me and my other sister, Destiny, we were fighting over a jump rope. And it still freaks me out when I think of it. We were fighting over a jump rope. And she screamed at me that she was the oldest. And, she should get it because she's the oldest. And I was a smart mouth. And I was like, fine, you want it, you can have it. And I just let go. And we both were like pulling on it really hard at that point. And when I let go, she like fell back and tried to grab something. And she put her hand into a metal fan. She has all her fingers right now, I promise you. But she cut her finger really, really deep. And she had got up at first, like I kind of did when I like hit it. I was like, wow, that was really deep. But I hadn't started bleeding yet, and I was like, wow. And then it was like, okay, well, she was like, oh! And looked at her hand, and then looked at me, and then looked at her hand, and it wasn't bleeding. And then she was like, ah. And then it was like, and she filled up a whole towel. And I remember I was like so scared I was going to get in trouble. I thought it was because I was going to get in trouble that I went and hid. But I don't think it was that. I think I went and hid because I was freaked out. Like, who fills up a towel full of blood? But yeah, my finger's doing good now. I can touch things with it. I'm so happy. I'm excited that now I can do things more. Because before it was just terrible. I couldn't click with a mouse. I couldn't do most of my work correctly. Now I can. Ugh. So, that's it, everybody. Thank you for eating with me. Again, if you've never had Greek sauce, please go try it. Please go eat it. It's like one of the best things I've ever eaten in my life. There's recipes online. Try them. Get an authentic recipe. It's really good. But besides that, I had a great mukbang. I hope you guys enjoyed eating with me. And with that, I'll see you guys later. I'll update you on my boo-boo, my wound. Guys, I'm sitting here editing Danielle's video, and the pictures you're about to see next are of her finger, so warning, they are a bit graphic. If you're a bit squeamish, don't look at them. And also, I'll have a link to a recipe for the Greek sauce below, so if you want to try it, yep. Okay, everyone, bye-bye.